السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته يا جماعة، وأهلا وسهلا فيكم في فيديو جديد بلعبة هيتمان 3. بتمنى تكونوا استمتعتوا بأول فيديو بالسلسلة. الصراحة أنا كتير بستمتع بهالنوع من الألعاب اللي لها أكثر من طريقة لا تساوية، هي بتضيع شوي ولكنها ممتعة كتير. فالصراحة أنا كتير بنصحكم تجربوا هاللعبة لأنها فعلا لعبة ممتعة ومختلفة، هي من مبدأ الساند بوكس عن الألعاب الثانية. تاني شي شكرا لكم لدعمكم على أول فيديو. الله يسعدكم مثل ما أسعدتوني، هيك بحس إنه وقت يجي دعم على فيديو ببسط، يعني إنه في ناس عم تنبسط بالفيديوهات اللي عم نقدمها. هذا الشيء كتير منيح بالنسبة لإلي. فحبيت أشكركم. قبل ما نبدأ لا تنسوا تدعمونا كمان على المقطع بلايك. مجاني اللايك يا جماعة، انزلوا واضغطوه هلا، وشكرا لكم كتير. اشتركوا إذا مو مشتركين وفعلوا جرس التنبيهات. ولا تنسوا تستخدموا كود اي جي اي كي إذا اشتريتوا اللعبة وعجبتكم، لا تدعموني وتحسنوا من جودة فيديوهات القناة. وبسم الله خلونا نبلش. رح احاول قد ما فيني ترجم لكم شو بيصير حكي. اذا كان في نصوص طويلة بعد ما تخلص بقول لكم.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line.
نهاية
You ready for
الخط.
this?
Are you? Who will you be without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
اوكي، هون مكان ولادة البروفيدنس. عم
It
يحكوا لنا
began
كانوا
here,
عن هي واحدة
and it
من
ends here.
رؤساء البروفيدنس.
Talk about poetic.
فنحن رايحين
One more
على
thing.
عزاها على
According to
المفروض.
our intel,
بعدين
Carlyle
لقوها
keeps
موجودة
case file
وعايشة.
on the constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
لازم نروح نقتلها. هاي المهمة.
Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
ميشن اكتف.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her three adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
طيب يا شباب، فهي الكارلايل اسمها عاملة حالة انها ميتة، بس هي ما ميتة، يعني ستيج ديث. وطالبة محقق خاص. هذا هو المحقق الخاص اللي قدامنا.
Philip Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the
هذا
famous
المحقق.
private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning.
جابته ليحقق
Curious why
بموت
he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
يمكن موت حدا من عائلتهم. المهم طالبته للمحقق. بالتريلر شفنا انه بياخد شخصيته هيتمان، فحاول اسوي هذا الشيء.
A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
اوكي، في 3 طرق نختم فيها المهمة. رح نختار هاي الطريقة مثل ما حطوها بالتريلر، وبعدين بالمستقبل ان شاء الله نعمل فيديو تاني بنختم المهمة بطريقة تانية. بس هلا حنحاول نتبعه وناخد وعيات او ناخد شخصيته، بس لازم نستغل الوقت المناسب، لازم نضل ماشيين معه. هاي اللعبة اذا تترك واحد ثاني دغري تلاقيه هرب منك.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
بدها تروح عند مدام كارلايل. اوكي، قالت له الحقني.
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here.
قالت له كثير مرتاحة انك اجيت، كل شي غريب.
Preparing for Madam's funeral and then she turned up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary. And all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
اوكي، ما عجب المكان، قلت له كثير في حراس وفي شي غريب عم بيصير، وهي في هي ليدي كارلاي في مشاكل بينها وبين اخوها.
This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. I could try.
اوف، ما يكون في حدا.
Sir, I just need to
اوكي،
That's a bit excessive. I
نحن منيح اللي فتنا بدون ما نتفتش.
spotted no less than 2 routes to
لازم
get
نلاقي له
inside
طريقة
the house.
بالبيت نقتله فيها.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
رح تجنني سيرفرات اللعبة يا جماعة. شفتوا شو كل شوي بيطلع لي؟ خلينا نشوف شو حيصير. يمكن بدها تقابله هلا الليدي كارلايل. كارلايل. اوكي، شو جابك لهون؟ اجا لعنا. جيت بايديك ورجليك. اهلا وسهلا بالاحباب، زارونا والملقى طاب. سبوتنيك، هات اوعيك، هات جسمك كله، يلا على الخزانة، على الخزانة. حدا بيجي عند الموت برجليه. هات الشنطة هي فردي. اوكي، وصلت اللي بسرعة. شفت شلون لو ما استغليناها كانت اجت وما
Mr.
لقيتنا.
Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution.
بدها حل مشكلتها بسرعة
handled with absolute discretion.
بسرية تامة.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
النتائج والسرية
I
اختصاصي.
suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
اوكي
I am Mr. Fernsby, the
اوكي،
butler.
هاي فيرنسبي الباتلر
Madam
المساعد.
Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way
لازم
possible.
هو حيساعدنا. لا
Mr. Whitmer, I
لنشوف
understand
مسرح
that you've
الجريمة.
travelled from London. Would you care for some refreshments, or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's
مستر
sleeping
زاكري،
quarters?
خدنا اوكي، خدنا عند
I
مستر
prefer to
زاكري.
get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
I wish I do. Give me order. حاول احكي بريطاني. كيف البريطاني تبعي؟ اوكي، هلا حياخدنا على مسرح الجريمة.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation.
طيب
I
عم بقول
trust
انه وضعها
everyone
حساس هي ليدي كارلايل.
that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
اوكي، فبقول له انه هي عاملة ستيج
Before
ديث،
you inspect
يعني
the
موت
crime
مزيف.
scene, I will tell you this. The case
أولادها ما
concerns
بيعرفوا
the
إنها
death
عايشة.
of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning.
اخوها اللي ميت،
The door was locked from the inside.
والباب
and a
مقفول من
suicide
جوا،
letter was found in his room.
ولقوا ملاحظة انتحار.
However, Madam Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
اوكي، فهي عملت موت مزيف لإلها، هي ما ميتة، هي عايشة، واولادها مفكرين انها هي ميتة وهي ما مخبرتهم. قال له لا تحكي، فقال له خلص راح اخذ بعين الاعتبار انها ميتة وقت اطلع، يعني
A
حيقتلها.
locked room murder mystery 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
طيب، ففي المفروض ملاحظة انتحار. شو هاي سكينة؟ اوكي، هي ملاحظة الانتحار يمكن. وهي قال انه هو مات ومقفول الباب من جوا وفي ملاحظة انتحار، بس هي قال لا ما انا ميت ومقتول، فنحن جايين نحقق بجريمة قتله.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
اوكي، فهي ملاحظة الموت تبعيته او ملاحظة
Why
الانتحار.
don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
اوكي، بدنا نستخدم الكاميرا لحتى نصور الجثة. سكانينج.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
ميت
You do know your poisons,
ميت
47.
الساعة 10 بالليل بسم. ناخذ له صورة. يلا. طيب لازم قالتنا هي انه نقارن خط الايد، فنحن معنا ملاحظة الانتحار تبعيته، فلازم نشوف الناس اللي حواليه ونقارن خط ايدهم بخط الملاحظة ونشوف اذا قتلوه او لا. هلا نحن عم نشوف لابتوبه.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
اوكي، في حدا كان عم يتسوق ويلينغتون بوتس. طبعا هذا مستحيل يكون هذا ختيار، يعني شو بده بهالشغلة؟ عرفتوا شلون؟ هاي الانتل اللي عنا. شوفوا صورة أحذية. انتو أكبر قدر. شو هذا الكتاب؟ فول بوك. نايس. باب سري.
Door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
اوكي، لقينا مخطط البيت.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler.
اوكي، خلينا نروح نشوف الباتلر، بس بدي اشوف.
Curious
المخطط.
about the information he's prepared for you.
وينه الباتلر؟ كان تحت. اوكي، من هون نحن طلعنا صح؟ ايه، نحن من هون طلعنا. تعالوا ننزل لعندهم نحكي، نشوف شو عنده معلومات لإلنا وشو المعلومات اللي نحن جمعناها شو بتفيدنا. كلين ميشن. تعالوا هون.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last
بقول
night.
لهم مات
That
الساعة
means the
10.
staff were off duty. And Madam Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madam's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi.
ما عنده عذر هذا
I was
لغيابه،
alone in my
بس كان
office
موجود وقت
at the time of
العملية،
death.
وقت الموت.
Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their
اوكي،
quarters.
حيعطينا قائمة
Hopefully it will help
بالمشتبهين
you keep
وأماكنهم.
track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madam
قال لي
Carlyle.
تعال شوفني وقت تحل المشكلة وراح اخذك انا. تعال نشوف شو اعطانا.
This is very useful information, 47.
اوكي، هدول الاشخاص: The oldest child of Alexa Carlyle، هذا اكبر ولد عند أليكسا. إدوارد كارلايل، ريبيكا، إيما، باتريك، وهذا فرينسبي كويشنت. هذا البطل. هدول الاشخاص اللي كانوا موجودين وقت العملية، وقت اللي صارت عملية القتل. فنحن لازم نحكي معهم لنشوف مين اللي قتله. خلونا نبلش فيهم واحد واحد. يلا.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe.
Motive means an opportunity.
May I suggest you
دافع
ask the suspects for
والطريقة
alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues
والفرصة.
first?
شو قالت؟ Question suspects and search location of interest. اوكي، لازم نسأل الاشخاص وندور على الأماكن المهمة.
Kind of you, dear Mr. Fernsby. I hope to see you soon.
طبعا بس نحل جريمة القتل حياخدونا لعند اللي لازم نقتلها اللي هي أليكسا كارلايل. بس وين الأشخاص؟
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
هاد وين الدور تو ريبيكا's روم؟ ولا هذا الباب؟ ما معنا مفتاح، لا معنا شي. كيف نفتح الباب؟ هات لنشوف. اوكي فينا نطلع من الشباك. في طريقة نفوت فيها على غرفتها؟ اوكي في شباك مفتوح. لا بدي فوت كلايم ثرو، ما في حدا. اوكي خلينا نشوف لابتوب لريبيكا.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last
اوكي
night.
كانت في مكالمة كونفرنس كول يعني مع ناس ثانيين، فريبيكا بريئة. اطلع. خلينا نشوف الشخص اللي بعده. طبعا هاي ليدي كارلايل، بس ما راح نتعرض له. ليش؟ لانه
Greetings, sir.
مو وقتها هلا، بيجي وقتها بعدين. مين هذا اللي على الشباك هون؟
Exactly. She holds the other one.
Aaron Ford Jr. calling from Morgan Yates and Cone. I need to get a listing of asset transfers from the Carlisle account HTC depot number 5085.
هذا مين هذا اللي عم يعرفني؟
Inevitably getting her in trouble. I'd rather she knew who she's up against. She's clever and resourceful. Who knows, maybe she'll be able to hit him where it hurts. But I don't want her to get involved prematurely. Hopefully she'll never have to get involved at all.
ما لحقنا اول محادثة عن مين كانوا عم يحكوا. طيب خلونا ننزل لتحت.
Oh, stop pacing, for God's sake.
اوكي في حدا هون قاعد على الكنباية. هذا الولد الكبير. وانتوا الاثنين شو عم تساووا هون؟
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
اي باب؟ هذا الباب. لا هذا حمام. يا شباب ضيعنا من كثر ما البيت كبير يخرب بيتكم. كيف عايشين بهالبيت؟ ضيعنا المكان الغرفة اللي نروح عليها. خلونا ننزل لعند هداك الإنسان اللي كان قاعد على الكنباية. هون مين في؟ هون ليك وهذا هو. خلينا نحكي معه.
Gregory Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective?
Yes.
Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight.
Okay.
Anything else you want to pry from my intricate...
Tell me about Zachary.
Zachary.
Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle. But who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's
بيحكي لنا عن زاكري انه قديش
Is that
تعيس.
all? Not very thorough.
Ask
are
about
you?
suspicious activity.
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
اوكي ما ضل عنده شيء لنا اياه. مين هاد؟ مين هاي؟
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Carlisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room.
اوكي هذا الشيء اكتشفناه صحيح.
And went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma.
Emma.
She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask?
Zachary.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he
شو
act
سؤال
strange
زاكري كله عم
last
يسأل
night?
عنه؟
You know, now you mention
زاكري
it,
اللي
he
ميت.
was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Anything else you feel
من
like
حقنا
mentioning?
نحن يا جماعة هلا.
I may be
شو عندك
wrong,
معلومات سرية؟
but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
اوكي.
Is there anything else you
شكراً.
want to ask me?
فمعناته زاكري ما انشال من ما انشال من شو اسمه من دائرة الشبهات.
Sir?
مين هاد؟ هذا حارس. طيب هي هون في 2. بدنا البقية وينهم؟
Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlisle's door.
اوكي هي شخص كمان. تعال هون. currently busy. باتريك.
Yo, Anne, what's up? Relax, man. I said I'd get you money. It's just gonna take a little longer. Jeez, and how's that my fault?
عليه مصاري.
Calm the fuck down, Ant. You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlisle. I'm made of money. Just lean back and enjoy the interest. Meanwhile, go and have some drinks on me. No, Christ, I'm gonna hang up. Let's talk when you calm the fuck down.
Patrick Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think?
Yes,
of
and
Zachary?
Zachary.
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum.
تحولنا من قتلة
Father
إلى
says
محققين.
Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy.
طيب شو عندك
I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back.
Did you see anything
suspicious
last night?
movement.
I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have.
بيقول هو بيظن انه
Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
فيرنسبي اللي هو اللهم صل على النبي. ما بنعرفه. بس قال انه بظن انه قتل نفسه. ما حدا قتله. لكن روحوا انضبوا انتوا الاثنين.
Yeah, same.
يلا. اوكي هذا الباب. طبعا شفت شباك انا كنا اطلع منه. خلونا نطلع من الشباك من الباب ونروح. اوكي كلايمب فينا نطلع لفوق. نايس. I like that. تمام، هذا للهروب، هذا الشباك وليس لشيء ثاني. سكيل، لازم نروح يسار نوصل من هي البرندة فينا نفوت على الغرفة. يا اخي انا المحقق كونان ما له علي شيء. got nothing on me. تاكيمورا يلا. شوف فينا ناخذ دلائل من هون. هاي الغرفة. dump missing flask. فيني كب شي. طيب ما في ولا دليل هدول بغرفتهم.
A keychain pendant for the
okay.
greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room? I
مفتاح
wonder?
للبيت الأخضر.
And why is the key missing?
البيت الأخضر اللي هو يعني البيت الغازي تبع خليكم واقفين عم تحكوا طرق هناك. اوكي من هون الطريق.
Can't you just relax for a minute?
And that solicitor upstairs. Why do you think he's...
تعالي هون، لقيناها لإما. Come here.
And that solicitor upstairs. Why do you think
currently
he's
busy.
here?
مشغولة.
I think solicitors are Mother's favorite kind of people. Can't remember ever having a family event without one tucked away in a room somewhere. Due diligence always trumped the family.
I think he's here
خلينا
to
نسأل
cut
الأمة
us
وين
from
كانت.
her will.
Very ridiculous. Imagine the scandal if the firstborn son didn't pick up the torch. That will never happen.
Emma Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely
وين
I'm
كنتي؟
not a suspect.
I need to account
ليش
for
ما انك
everyone.
Well, I spent the
مشتبه فيها؟
evening with my family, but I got an
هذا
awful
الليلة
migraine and
مع
had to take
عائلته.
to bed. Everyone can attest to that.
صاب صداع وراحت
I believe I
على
went
الدكتور.
up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else
طلعت
you
الساعة
want to
8.
know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
اوكي طيب قالت له انه هو كان حزين، خصوصي بعد انه ما قالوا له انه اخته ماتت اللي هي العايشة اللي
We
جابتنا.
don't have any extra fuses. Ethel look.
جيب شي طريقة. اوكي رحنا لهذا المكان، احنا اوريدي خلينا نضل مكملين على الاطراف. شو هاي اللوحة اللي على الحيط؟ خلينا نفوت نشوف هذا المكان. هذا تبع ريبيكا. في هون لوحة نحن ما شفناها ولا شفناها؟ اوكي هي لوحة نحن ما شفناها ولا اجينا عند ريبيكا.
About that promotion I thought might be coming my way. Yeah, well, don't count on it. No, I didn't expect this. Yace didn't even warn me, and now he doesn't return my calls. I just wish I was home. I love you too.
تعال الله يرحمك. ذاك زتينات تحت. خلينا نخبي هذا هون. هذا المحامي. ما بدي. شوفي هون. هذا لابتوب المحامي. هات لنشوف شو عليه.
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlyle. Perhaps
Arthur
you should
Edwards
let her
سرق كل
know
شيء.
how bad it is, 47.
You're not supposed to be here.
اوكي طالع.
I...
Yeah, and stay out.
طيب
Sir,
بعديلي.
you should go back the way. That's it. One foot in front of the other, and goodbye forever.
اوكي طلعنا خلاص فهمنا. انت المفروض تكون هون. كبستني. ممكن الطرف الثاني لاقي في غرفة ليك هي غرفة الموظفين اللي يكونوا قاعدين. خلونا نفوت لعنده.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
شو هاد؟ خلونا نفوت على مكتب مستر فرينسبي. كيف بدنا نفوت؟
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick.
مقفول
I
بابو.
mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Life can be tough sometimes.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why
بدنا
else
شي
ask
نحسن
her to
نفتح فيه
stick
الباب.
around? I feel weak in my knees from all the tension here.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will settle down soon.
I stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
What is it now?
She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She'd just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up. I tried to tell Emma, and do you know what she said? She said, "Things will change around here. I can promise you that."
I saw her rearranging the photos in the sitting room, hiding Madam in the back, and then moving Montgomery to the front. She's not right in her head. Why would she do that? He died almost 50 years ago. Oh, thank God Madame Carlyle is still alive.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot.
Okay,
That's
suspicious
what he
activity.
is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
طيب ما استفدنا شيء منه. بس انه عطته
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were announced.
عطته شو اسمه عذر لباتريك. هلا كيف نفت له مكتبه لهذا؟ طريقة نفوت على مكتبه. هل احنا هاي مراية ولا شو؟ لا هذا مكتبه. جهاز شفاف. أناني واين. وهنيك في ستور روم. ما في طريقة يمكن غير من الباب. فيني افتح فيه الباب؟ اوكي. ما في طريقة نفتح فيه الباب. لا شو بدك فيه كبه؟ دروب ايتم زد. بدنا نروح يمكن نسرق المفتاح من زيكري. كم باودر.
I could listen all day. He poured emotion into that instrument.
Quite the poet.
اوكي هاي ادوارد.
It's beautiful.
هلو. خلص عزف بليد. عنا كلام نحكيه. مان. حساس ما شاء الله عليك. فهلا الشيء اللي وصلنا له نحن انه باتريك بريء، ريبيكا بريئة. ضل هاد نسأله شو ساوى، وبدنا لنجيب الملف لحتى نروح يعني لنعرف مين القتل ونروح نشوف.
You smell nicer, but this is still too
نروح
close.
نشوف كارلايل على الجريمة
Professor
ونقتلها
Edward Carlyle,
ونجيب
can
الفايل.
you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe.
Okay.
Excuse me.
هذا غريب الإنسان. طيب شو صار عنا معلومات؟ فهذا معناته الاباي كونفيرم. ما ضل عنا غير يا إما وفرنسبي. ف لازم نروح نشوف شو وضعهم. إما بدنا نوصل على الجرين هاوس. رحنا على الجرين هاوس الباب مقفول. طيب خلونا نرجع نشيك هاي الغرفة مرة ثانية. missing propane flask. كابين بروبين فلاسك. شو هاي؟ ما بنستفيد منها شي. ثانية ما نستفيد منها شي. letter opener. اوكي letter from Emma mother. هاي رسالة من أمها لإما.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
اوكي معناته letter from Emma mother greenhouse keychain. طيب وين المفتاح؟ has been removed. طيب الرسالة بتقول خلينا نرجع نشوف مرة ثانية. Emma room. أما لا إما بتقول إنه إما و Alex and Zachary older brother two younger sibling. اوكي فهن الاثنين قاتلين اخوهم الكبير. تمام. هذا اللي ميت واخته قاتلين اخوهم الكبير. في شي هون نلاقيه على البلكونة. احنا بدنا بروبين فلاسك. اوكي بدنا قنينة البروبين. بدنا المفتاح.
Hey, Rebecca, do you see this about old Wampy? You used to fancy her, didn't you? Maybe you can get...
تعرفوا شو؟ راح نروح لعند جيفري. شو اسمه جيفري؟ شو كان اسمه الباتلر. راح نروح عند الباتلر وقول له اني وصلت لنتيجة فحياخدنا على مكتبه. بعد ما ياخدنا على مكتبه بنشيك مكتبه وبنشوف مين القاتل. شو رايكم؟ يلا ننزل ونقول له لا الباتلر انه نحن وصلنا نتيجة. conclude investigation. صار لي ساعة عم.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Mr. Fernsby?
اوكي
Mr.
معناتها
Whitmer.
ما فينا نحكي معه لحتى نلاقي دليل.
You have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Such a bunch of old junk. Must be 100 years old at least. I don't know how the Brits can stand it.
So many on call for a These are extraordinary times.
I will never again meet someone like Zachary. I can't bear to think what will happen to all these rare plants now.
Come on, Oliver. I understand why you're so upset. It's such a shock to all of us.
كيف فيني افتح الباب بهي القطعة؟ بس ما بدي اياهم يشوفوني.
Hello, sir.
هلو. خلونا نفتش نشوف شو في هون.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was
بدنا رنش.
recently used, though.
بدنا رنش من برا لحتى نصلح هاي القطعة. اوكي هذا السم اللي مات فيه يمكن. تمام اخذنا ورود مسممة. يمكن مش بدنا نقتل. اخذنا مفتاح البوت. اوكي خلونا نجيب كون كان في رنش اليكو. هات نصلح فيه الفلاسك. الفلاسك هي العبوات. تمام. distillation kit. هاي تبعية الشغلة اللي علاقة بالمي. reduce poison. اوكي عملنا السم. lethal. reduce poison. هات ناخذ واحدة تانية. طيب شو هذا الراديو؟
Talking about someone with a little less of a history. And again, there are only so many times we can have this same conversation before you start losing listeners and I start losing followers, right?
اوكي هذا راديو.
A lot of handballs today, so here's a softball. It's week 2 of the
لقيت مفتاح. مفتاح شو بس لقيت؟ مفتاح القارب. وين القارب بلاقي؟ خلينا نشوف القارب وينه. هي انتل suspects. ذاك الروم عنا كلو. هاي في 2 كلوز. اكيد to a boat. family photo. greenhouse clues. يعني لسه في دليل بالجرين هاوس.
Ultimately, this whole ordeal will barely be a footnote on anyone's wiki page. All right, moving on to our next.
I understand why you depressed us. It's such a shock to all of us.
اوكي هاي القارب. يا ترى ملاقي عليه شي دليل ولا هذا بس لنطلع من المكان؟ هذا نطلع من المكان بس.
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures. Like hugs.
I shouldn't gossip. But that Emma woman.
خلونا نحاول نفتح مكتب هذا. مع انه معنا مفتاح. ندخل على مكتبه ونفتش. اوكي مانشن ماستر كي. لقينا مفتاح القصر الرئيسي. في رسالة مكتوبة على مكتبه. خلينا نشوفها. The office of the butler. طيب. A list written by Mr. the butler detail various version of tomorrow pretend funeral. Photo shot scheduled for today by the fountain in the garden. تمام. فالخط الإيد الموجود بالملاحظة أخشى كاتبين إن خط الإيد موجود بملاحظة زكري غير الموجود بملاحظة الانتحار اللي لقيناها بغرفة الميت. فهذا الشيء. اوكي في شيء هون كمان. هات.
Zachary's diary. This is
زاكري's
big.
دايري. لقينا يومياته لزاكري. وينه؟ مو هي. هي يومياته لزاكري. half burned. لقاها بمكان النار. The diary detail how Zachary and Alexa conspired to murder their older brother. عم بتقول انه كيف اللي مات واخته تأمروا ليقتلوا اختهم اخوهم الكبير. وكيف ساعدهم فرينسبي ليغطي الحادثة. اوكي. طيب معناتها ما ضل.
He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it
معناتها يا
himself.
جماعة ضل شي واحد بس.
Find out what that was.
معناتها هذا الشيء يعني انه الجريمة ما حدا ارتكبها غير هي ايما. وينه البطلر؟
Yeah, hey bro.
هلا صار له ساعة هون وقت اجينا ما عاد نلاقيه. فخلص نحن وصلنا لحل الجريمة يا جماعة. فوقت نروح على objective، لا مو هي، suspects كلهم بس ضل هي وزيكري. لساته question، بس نحن خلص برقناه وقت قلنا انه خط ايده مو نفس الخط الايد الموجود هي بالرسالة. طيب اخي، خلينا نرجع على غرفة الميت وندور على اخر دليل. ما في شي بالنار، ما في شي هون. ولا هون في شي. في دليل ما شفناه. اوكي. ولكم في شي دليل هون نحن ما شفناه؟ غرفة زيكري بهاي المكان؟ ما في شي يا جماعة. اوكي. شو هون؟ شو بيطلع؟ طيب قاتل طلع من هون. شو في هون؟ طيب في شي بالنار عنده؟ فيني ادور بشنطايتها؟ اي شي يا جماعة، ارحمونا عشان الله.
I should probably.
Yeah, I
Right.
should
Yeah,
let you go.
Mr. Guttenberg, hello. Yeah, listen. Listen. I understand, but you need to talk to Anthony about that. Calm down. Yes, I understand. I'm sure we can come to some arrangement, but you really need to talk to Anthony. He's the man with the papers. Listen, you know who I am, who my grandmother was, right? Just relax. It'll be fine. Get with her. Don't worry. Give Anthony a call, okay?
Houston. اوكي. صار معنا مفاتيح لكل الاشياء اللي بالبيت. ولقينا فيوز. هاد وينه البطلر؟ ما عم لاقيه.
Why waste away in front of the books when he... Weird.
Did Alice tell you what Emma did when she arrived?
Tell me.
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. With...
Woof. Jeez, what? You want a kiss?
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I can't deal with all this pretend. Careful now, my friend.
She scolded Mary for not making the bed.
اوكي لقينا علبة سم.
Painkiller. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more
لا
detecting,
هلا عرفنا نحن
47.
مين عمل الجريمة. فينا نعمل له فريم.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well.
Okay.
If you'll follow me, sir.
فنحن فينا هلا نلزقه بالتهمة وفينا ما نلزقه بالتهمة. بس المشكلة انه نحن لازم نلاقي الكيس فايل. لازم يكون معنا 2 كوين. واحدة حتكون مع هذا وواحدة مع ايما. فلازم نقتله، يعني لازم نقتل لازم نقتل 3. نحن نجيب الكيس فايل. لو تروحوا على الانتل تلاقوا الكيز اند كي كاردز. لا مو هي ولا هي. ثواني. بالاوبجكتيف هي كيس فايل. المفروض انه viable suspect. هي questionable bank token. اوكي ليك هي لا copy of the case file. نجيب الكوبي من الكيس فايل. فأليكسا كارلايل هي المرة اللي بنقتلها نحن هلا الكبيرة. حاطته بديبوزيت بوكس ببنك. ليفتح بدك تقدم لهم قطعتين كوين. واحدة والقطعتين محطوطين، واحدة مع الباتلر اللي هو فرينزبي، وواحدة مع بنتها ريبيكا. تمام. فنحن بنعرف هلا اللي قاتل هو. اذا بتروحوا على السسبكت كلياتهم عملنا لهم كلير الا هي هذا ما عنده اليباي، بس اغلب الاشياء بتدل انه مو هو اللي قتل. بينما هي ما احسن نلاقي لها دلائل لنبرئها. ف ما بعرف شو بدنا نسوي. خلينا نروح نحكي مع هي شو اسمه ليدي كارلايل فوقية. هلا فينا نفوت لفوق بسهولة، بس لا تقولي بده يفتشني.
Sir.
منيح ما فتشوني.
This is Madame Carlyle's office.
Okay.
Please step inside.
I can't forget his eyes. They're so swollen.
هون المكتب.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion.
Okay.
Take a seat. Please,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
accuse Mr. Fernsby. Accuse. ما فيني غير Mr. Fernsby.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured.
Okay.
The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this
قلنا انه الاشياء اللي لقيناها ما نطلع برات
I
الغرفة.
understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
Case file or money. شو نقول لك؟ Case file.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to
عرفت
kill
نحن مين.
me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
اوكي. حناخذ الكيس فايل منه.
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy.
How are you, sir?
Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
فيني زتها من هون.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Toward the exit. ليش راح صوته؟ خدنا الملف وقتلنا السيد زاكري. مو زاكري، كارلايل. كل هالتحقيقات خلتنا نفوت لعندها على الغرفة ونقتلها. اعطيني شنتايتي بس والله قبل ما امشي. يعطيكم العافية. السلام عليكم. نزلوني من هون. locate the exit. جي لازم نرجع على الميتور تبعنا.
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
اوف شو عم بيصير؟ Master of the household completed. Thank you. طيب لهون نكون وصلنا لنهاية الفيديو يا شباب ولنهاية المهمة. اتمنى تكونوا استمتعتوا فيها. اذا عجبكم الفيديو لا تنسوا تدعمونا بلايك كومنت اشتركوا بالقناة وفعلوا جرس التنبيهات. شكرا لكم ولدعمكم. نرجعكم ان شاء الله فيديوهات جديدة. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.